Well, the humanitarian situation in Gaza remains pressing. The Singapore Red Cross is sending $200,000 worth of relief supplies to people in Gaza caught in the Israel-Hamas conflict. It includes urgently needed medical supplies and clean water. More, we're speaking to a member of the SRC delegation. Sahari Ani is speaking to us from Cairo, Egypt. He is a group director and dean of the Singapore Red Cross Academy. Ms. Sahari, you are in Egypt, you're in Cairo. How are you managing to coordinate help from where you are? That's nearly 350 kilometers away from Gaza.
Presently, we are working closely with the Egyptian Red Crescent in their HQ in Cairo, their nerve centers and the command center in coordinating and monitoring the comprehensive operation in ensuring a safe, effective, and sustainable humanitarian assistance into Gaza. We've established long-term close collaboration with the Palestinian Red Crescent and other stakeholders and partners. Egyptian Red Crescent has established various response actions to react to various possible scenarios presented due to the fluidities of the situation in the Rafah border crossing. We have discussed and ascertained our support toward their response effort, and we are committed to contribute to their relief pipeline through the procurement of urgently needed essential items within the next few days. This will contribute in ensuring their continual sustainable pipeline to be sent through the Rafah border crossing based on the accessibilities of the humanitarian aid entering into Gaza. The need is massive and the situation is extremely fluid. Working closely with the Egyptian Red Crescent at their HQ and their nerve centers enable us to have first-hand ground update on the operation and ground situation, thus facilitating us to respond very quickly to address the evolving present needs on the ground.
Sahari, it is indeed a tense and challenging situation, and you might also be facing some challenges on the ground. How is the SRC trying to overcome these?
So providing aids in this complex environment comes with a set of challenges. The situation was worsened by damaged infrastructures and communication breakdown, which leave people isolated. One of the primary hurdles is ensuring the safe and timely delivery of aids to the affected communities through safe passages. The ongoing conflicts and damaged infrastructures can hinder the movement of the humanitarian supplies. Singapore Red Cross is part of a concerted and collaborative effort of the Red Cross and Red Crescent movement partners on the ground. The Egyptian Red Cross, Egyptian Red Crescent, and the Palestinian Red Crescent are familiar with the situation, the ground situation, having provided humanitarian assistance in Gaza for a long time. Through first-hand information and network from the partners, they are better able to access the situation on the ground and put in place response plan for the crisis in Gaza. Of course, the emblem of the Red Cross and Red Crescent movement are protected under the Geneva Convention, and the humanitarian workers' vehicle in the infrastructures carrying this emblem should be protected from any form of military attacks in the conflict areas.
Oh, we mentioned earlier what you will be bringing in, so the most urgently needed medical supplies as well as clean water. What else is needed most urgently on the ground right now in Gaza?
Yes, civilians include the families, children, women, and adults are trying to lead their life while searching for safety and often without the access of basic necessities and like shelter, water, and food. There is different dimension. For example, one is the fuel. Without the fuel, the whole response mechanism will stop. The delivery of relief item, the function of critical infrastructure like the hospitals. Second, if you look at the situation of the crisis where there is an increasing numbers of injured people, thus medical items such as medical equipment, medical consumable, life-saving equipment is also critical. In addition, the affected communities, for example, they require some basic necessities such as clean waters and food for them to survive day to day at a very challenging situation.
Sahari, the needs are indeed great. How are you ensuring that the aid gets to those it's meant for?
We are working very closely with and through the Egyptian Red Crescent, who play a crucial role in ensuring that the delivery of the assistance to Gaza, while the Palestinian Red Crescent operating at the forefront of the humanitarian effort in Gaza is instrumental in providing the much needed aid and support to the affected communities. We will continue to work with the Egyptian Red Crescent, which has been pivotal in coordinating the numerous aids into Gaza through the Rafah border crossing alongside with other humanitarian partners. Palestine Red Crescent has a countrywide presence through branches and volunteer network, and being the auxiliary to the public authorities is well positioned to coordinate with the national and local authority at the various level to ensure that the aids go to the people who are most needed.
Well, thanks so much for joining us this evening, Mr. Sahari Ani, Group Director and Dean of the Singapore Red Cross Academy. He's currently in Egypt to help with the humanitarian crisis in Gaza.